we'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must...
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for Jacksonville score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
But I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. Now that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, here's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's Hunter. Nice wonder now. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 20 carries, 119 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1, because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher. But coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Robinson down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On second down and 4, Lawrence looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, here's Etienne. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try to run with Etienne, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Robinson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Robinson again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. So the end drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do. I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Well, this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Lawrence will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a first down throw. Watson. They shakes it off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw is Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 40 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll get this across the midfield strike, but still winding up short of first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To try again after the sack. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we come to half. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. 132 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
From the shotgun, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Lawrence. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Go!
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Etienne. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes this 35-0 now. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st down, Lindsey. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. They'll check this down to Johnson. Pushes past him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Watson's throw taken in there by Cooks. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run on first down. Robinson, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. 5 yards remain on second down. Again, it's Robinson. Runs over it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Porter Gust in there to get him down defensively. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. He will push his way down to about the 14. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On third down, it's Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, and to stop him short of the first. They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Watson on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. They hit him knocked down at the 2-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lambeau on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice, tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out comes Houston. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. That one looks like he'll throw here, escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles.